Need a break from cartoonish battle royales? These bone-chilling horror games are just the ticket, but don't go it alone. Here are a few frightening games you should never play solo. Silent Hill 2. 2 words, Pyramid Head. That's the on-the-nose name of these grotesque monsters hunting you down in this horror game classic. It's got a pyramid for a head, naturally, but also a giant knife to carve you up with, and sometimes a deadly spear. Pyramid Head also frequently engages in some, unsavory behavior with these creatures called mannequins that are just hips and legs. If body horror stuff freaks you out, don't even think about visiting Silent Hill on your own. And you should definitely skip the 2006 movie, which amps the ick factor up to 11 by giving P-heads some creepy crawly friends.
You hear that?
Alien Isolation. Unlike most survival horror games that aim to frighten you with suspense and jump scares, Alien Isolation focuses heavily on stealth, amplifying the suspense factor organically. You're gonna spend a lot of time hiding in vents and inside lockers, tracking the unkillable alien's movements. Yes, that's right, the alien is unkillable. Pro tip, if you really want to have the ultimate horror experience, play Isolation with a virtual reality headset. Just make sure your friends are close by in case they have to peel you off the ceiling.
That was incredible. Oh my God! You again!
F.E.A.R. What happens when you mix Japanese horror and first-person shooters? You get F.E.A.R, a cross between The Ring and Half-Life with some Max Payne bullet time thrown in for good measure. But what makes F.E.A.R truly frightening is Alma Wade, a ghostly little girl who manifests herself into the consciousness of her victims like some sort of adorable Freddy Krueger.
Now I'm playing with power!
It's a pretty convoluted story, but you won't care when you're fighting for your life in one of the most effectively creepy gaming environments ever created. The Evil Within. From the creator of Resident Evil comes The Evil Within, a terrifying gore fest full of jump scares, unpredictable environments, and a terrifying creature known as the Keeper. The Keeper has a literal safe for a head and tries to kill you with a meat tenderizer. It's like Pyramid Head, but even scarier, if that's even possible. There's also a guy known only as the Sadist who comes after you with a chainsaw. If Resident Evil and Silent Hill freak you out, don't even think about taking this one on with the lights off. Five Nights at Freddy's 4. If you think the jump scare heavy Five Nights at Freddy's indie horror series is just for tweens, you should try playing the latter installments. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is undoubtedly the scariest of the bunch, taking the animatronic animals come to life premise to its logical conclusion, and making it impossible to go to Chuck E. Cheese ever again.
If you couldn't tell, I'm kind of a gamer.
Switching the setting from the security office at a pizza place to a child's bedroom instantly heightens the suspense and fear. If you were an easily spooked kid, Freddy's 4 might dredge up some creepy memories. If you were afraid of the dark or afraid that a monster was in your closet or under the bed, this game is going to put you right back in that headspace. So you might want to play this one with your friends, or maybe even mommy and daddy, if you can peel them away from Fortnite.